Good afternoon, everybody. Jesse with Schoolcraft Family Farmstead, and today we're going to be doing some square baling, 425 square bales to be exact. 3 different people, 50 for property owner behind the St. Francis vet clinic up in Centerton, and then 75 for another guy and 300 for somebody else. We're going to be square baling with this old dude, John Deere 24T square baler. I'm going to pull it up there with the truck, get it hooked up to the tractor, and get to baling. Got a lot of hay to make, and we'll finish off the rest of it with a bunch of round bales. Uncle Larry was watching an online auction with me early last summer. He was looking at a 4320 John Deere, and he saw this pop up. It was at an estate auction in or near Smithville, and he already had he still has it, we need to sell it, a New Holland square baler. But he said, well, if the price goes cheap enough for this, might as well get it. Well, it went for 1,500 bucks, and it hadn't been used in 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. And so he decided to get it, got it home, greased it, and just started baling away with it. Didn't have to do anything else to it. Later on, there was a spring. Actually, it was, let me see if I can find it. Might be buried in dust. I don't know. Oh, no, there it is. I found it. Gotta get some grass out of the way. This spring right here, right there, on the knotter, broke a couple months after he got it. And other than that, we haven't had to do a thing to it. He made his money back and then some on it very quickly. He baled almost 400 bales down the road, and we've had a few other orders of square bales that we've done, and it's done really well for us so far. Just keep it greased up and keep baling away with it. But I get to upgrade today. 4020 and the 4000 are staying home. I get the new in air quotes, Uncle Larry's new to him 4430 today. So I get a cab and AC to pull that. Let's get to it. Well, we made it home. Actually, this is the following day. This is, now what is today? Oh my. Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Oh gosh, I can't even remember. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. Yeah, because we baled Monday. Okay, today's Tuesday. And this old baby pumped out 480 bales yesterday. We did 50 for a property owner there behind the vet clinic, 75 for a guy just a few minutes down the road, 300 for a guy over in Whiteland. He came and picked those up today. And then we went down on Blue Bluff Road and baled 55 more. So that should add up to 480. Only had one little issue with the twine, which actually looks like it might be broken. I don't know. Maybe it's just hung up somewhere. I hope it's not broken. Anyway, I think it's okay. Let me look. Oh yeah, it's all good. 2 sections coming out of the knotters there. We ran out of both rolls of twine close to the same time, and the knots didn't hold up connecting to the new rolls. And so there were several bales that didn't get tied together. But once we got that fixed, rerouted the new twine, just kept on clicking. But baled most of the day. Didn't get back here until I think it was about 9:30, 9:45 last night. Thankfully, Drew and Karen showed up. Well, Caitlin and Riddick brought Drew and Karen. And thankfully that she did, because they ended up being a big help. They drove Uncle Larry's truck and my truck, pulling the hay rake back home. You see, there's my truck and the rake. So got to get those unhooked. But they ended up coming in handy, and so did this old baby. This is Uncle Larry's, new to him, 4430. Can't remember if I already showed you this and talked about it. It's 1974 4430. Only has 5,500 hours, which for a 4430 in today's world, pretty good. You don't see them with that few hours anymore. Most of them have 10,000 hours. Got it on an online auction, sight unseen. Got a good deal on it. And because I've seen them going with this few hours anywhere from 25 to 30 grand. And I just had to, they said they had spent a few $1,000s getting the 2-speed rebuilt. And all I had to do was tighten a couple of hydraulic fittings that were leaking. I think one of the SCV outlets back there still leaking a little bit. Might have to put new O-rings in it. But other than that, it runs great. It's got plenty of power. I think they might have turned up the pump a little bit on it. But Uncle Larry did all the tilling with it. We got it, actually, let me think about this. I think I bid on it for Uncle Larry the 3rd week of March. Yeah, because the day after the tornadoes when we went and picked it up like 2 or 3 minutes from my sister-in-law's vet clinic in Oxford. And went and got it, brought it home. So far it's been a pretty good tractor. Had to get oh yeah, I forgot, Uncle Larry had to get a new AC compressor and clean out the condenser up there in the top of the cab so that the AC would work. Other than that, been a good tractor, and I got to run it on the square baler all day. I did all the square bales. Uncle Larry did some of the raking and did the round bales. Usually I'm on that though. 4,000. This belongs to a guy that Uncle Larry works with. You don't see very many of these, to be honest with you, especially in that nice a shape. But it's in, I think it's older restoration, but it's still in nice shape. And he brought it over here. He said he wanted us to work it. So we have. It usually pulls the hay rake. But yesterday I used 4430, the new to Uncle Larry 4430. He still got his other one with the loader on it. It's getting almost to 10,000 hours now. He's had it for 10 years. And I think it had 7,300 hours on it when he got it 10 years ago, and it's almost to 10,000 hours now. It's getting pretty tired, and he was looking for another one. So here it is. But I'm gonna go put the square baler away. I'm hoping we might get some rain tonight. Please. We haven't had any measurable rain here. Today is June 6th, I believe. Gosh, see, I don't even know the date. You get out of school for the summer, you don't pay attention to what day of the week it is or what the date is. There's no point. Just enjoying life so much. We haven't had any measurable rain here since May 19th, if I remember correctly. And it's June 6th. We're drying up. Yeah. Grass is turning brown, starting to turn brown, especially in the higher areas. Lower areas still green, having the groundwater run to them, but we're drying up. I guess it's worse in some places up north though, but thankfully we're not quite that bad, but we still need some rain in the worst way. All the hay that we have cut is baled, so let her rain. I know some of you young folks out there like to roll coal, but I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily my thing most of the time. I think the idle is a little too high on this. I've got it completely turned down to idle, and maybe that was just part of turning up the pump. If that's what they did on this, I don't know, but you'll see when I start it. It can roll the coal when you first start it. That was a cold start. It hasn't rained since yesterday. My voice is a little raggedy. I umpired 4 games today up at Chuck Klein Sportsplex there on the west side of Indianapolis off of Rockville Road. But I wanted to show you this. I got a big kick out of this. Here's the goat manure pile. And pretty sure that is either a squash plant or a pumpkin plant. I can't tell if there's one or two yet. I guess I should give it some water. I need to get some stuff on there. Looks like some bugs have been eating on it. I hope it's a squash plant though. A little early for pumpkins. And plus, I don't really want to eat pumpkins, but I do want to eat squash. I like squash. So it'll be interesting to see. That popped up right out of the manure pile. I've got a goat manure squash plant. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it's a squash plant. But I believe it's either squash or pumpkin, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see what it comes up to be. The big boy came down here to help take care of the goats. Didn't you?
You having fun?
Yeah. Is that the big goat farmer? Yeah.
He's trying to sound like a goat.
Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? There he is. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Oh, there's the camera. Is that better?
Oh, here.
That's all for today. The manure watermelon plants and all the hay that we baled. Got the goats done. And the big boy here was able to help and drop his pacifier. Have a good night. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. Riddick wants subscribers.
Woo-hoo!
So he can get more goats. Yeah. Yeah, more goats, right? Yeah, you want more goats. See you next time. Take care.